Hello everyone, we're going to look at another problem from 8.2 in dealing with hypothesis testing. So this is what we're given. 96 results of polygraph testing include 22 cases of wrong results and 74 cases of correct results. Use a significance level of 0.01 to test the claim that polygraph results are correct less than 80% of the time. So we'll walk through the steps. Steps 1, 2, and 3. And this is dealing with writing the hypothesis and putting it in symbolic form and identifying the null and alternate hypotheses. So what I know is that my null, my alternate. Remember, no equality here, and this tells us what kind of test, and this is left-tailed. And then step 4 is significance level, and we've been given that. That's going to be alpha equals 0.01, and step 5 is the test statistic, and I know that it's going to be a proportion with your z-score, so z equals and it deals with proportions. We're dealing with just the numbers. We're gonna take a proportion of the 96, 74 divided by 96. And with that, I'll just go ahead and write all that out. I know that n equals 96, x equals 74. My p hat will be x divided by n, or 74 divided by 96. And my p-value comes from what I have up here in my hypothesis test, so p equals 0.8. So if p is 0.8, q equals 0.2. And I have my p hat. I need to find that, so 74 divided by 96, 74 divided by 96. And with these, again, guys, I would take them out, say, how about like 7 places, just to be on the safe side. Alright, so, and then I have my P and my Q. So I have all my information. So step 6, and for this, it's the p-value method. And, excuse me, I need to plug everything in and actually find my value of z. So p hat was 0.770833 minus my p-value 0.8. It gives me, and I can already tell I'm going to have a negative z-score for my answer. And then my square root, that is 0.8 times 0.2 divided by my sample size, which was 96. And now to type everything in, minus 0.8 divided by second square root. I end up with a z-score of a negative 0.71. And to help us visualize, I'll do it over here. We had a left tail test, so I want this information here. That's what I'm looking for, okay? And this is a negative 0.71. So I need to look up this z-score to find the probability, my p-value, the area in here. And again, what I look up for this negative, it is going to be the actual answer. I don't have to do the complement and take away from 0 or from 1. So whatever I look up and find. So table and a negative 0.7. So a negative 0.7 and 1, that gives me a value of 0.23, 89. and that's the area under there. So my p-value equals 0.2389. And now I'm on to steps 7 and 8. And for my p-value, I know p-value less than or equal to alpha. I reject the null. And then just the opposite, p-value greater than alpha, I fail to reject. The null hypothesis. So I write out my p-value, 0.2389, and then I write out my significance level, 0.01. Well, this is greater. So what do? I fail to reject the null hypothesis. Fail to reject the null hypothesis. So I'm not saying that it is equal to 0.8. I'm not saying that. I just say that I fail to reject it. My data says I can't discount that. That doesn't mean that the alternate is not true. I'm just saying that I fail to reject that. And in essence, what it turns around is that I'm saying, all right, there is sufficient, or there is not sufficient, sorry. There is not sufficient evidence. Talk faster than I can write. There's not sufficient evidence to support the claim. And the claim is that polygraph results are correct less than 80% of the time. There is not sufficient evidence to support that claim. Okay, guys, I wish you the best of luck on finishing your homework for Chapter 8. Please watch the publisher's videos. When you're doing your homework, I wish that you would critically think, structure your work, reason your way through it. Follow the steps for hypothesis testing. Okay, I know it's not possible to have all the formulas memorized, but the better that you have them memorized, it honestly indicates the better that you know what you're doing. Write out your formulas and then identify all your key information. And good luck on the rest of your homework.